is Mr. Bold wrapping it up here at the Car Cruise at Al's Cafe. Hey, wait a minute, who do I see over there? That's Jimmy Gaskip. When I think about car cruises and Jimmy Gaskip, I think about Rev 'em Up for Kids Car Cruise. Let's see if we can get a moment of his time and see what's happening this year. Jim, great to see you again.
Always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Bold.
I hear it's your 4th year, Rev 'em Up for Kids Car Cruise. What are you looking to accomplish this year?
Well, I think a couple things really. The car cruise itself, all the cruisers just love it. They love to be able to park on grass at the fairgrounds, such a historical place. So the cruisers just absolutely love it. We really wanted to take the cruise into another direction as well and try to get the whole family involved. So we actually added a kids zone. There's a ton of things kids related to do. Then we have multiple vendors. So there's really something for everyone. But our ultimate goal is to raise funds for the Bethel Park Junior Football Program, which I'm involved with. Everything that we raise at the cruise goes towards field improvements to Bethel Park fields.
Jim, one last question. It's the most important one. When is the car cruise?
It's Sunday, July 15th at the South Park County Fairgrounds, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll open the doors at 10 a.m. for the show cars. We'll have a special guest musical appearance by Johnny Angel and the Halos. It's $5 per car. 400 of the first cars will receive dash plaques and a bunch of goodie related car items as well. And the spectators, there's $2 emissions.
I've been lucky enough to find some of that help that Jim Gaskip told me he needed in order to run a successful event. To my left, I have Ollie. To my right, I have Bob and Chuck. Ollie, you're the first man that the cruisers will see when they come to the fairgrounds.
Yes, they come to me. The entrances, they have one entrance to come in, and it's right by the big clock. And they come in, and we give them all their paperwork, and we give them a dash plaque and collect their money, and then they move on to Bob.
Ollie, thanks a lot.
Okay.
And I know that the gentlemen and ladies that come up will have a good time when they first meet you there at the fairgrounds. Moving over to Bob. Bob, it's my understanding that you are a swing man or a floater assisting Ollie in what he does. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, after Ollie gives the people their dash plaques and all the paperwork, then we have to find a parking spot for them. So I direct them toward where to go to find the parking spots, and then Chuck will explain all that later. But I also help the vendors find out where their locations are, and then as the show goes on, we have to find empty parking places to put the late arrivals in. And I hope everybody shows up because it's all for the kids.
Bob, thanks a lot, and I hope everybody has a good time there as well. Thank you very much for your time. Chuck, it's my understanding that you may have the hardest job of all. Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, we get the people after Bob's done with them and Ollie, and we lined a field actually the day before. We spent 3 or 4 hours down there in the hot sun. And I'd like to give some credit to Ray Hazelbaker, who couldn't make it tonight, who actually does the drawings and does the layouts of the field. But anyhow, we try to get people, keep the groups together. People, you know, wanted to have 4 or 5, 6 of their friends all one place, and basically we try to get everybody in and out as smooth as possible. So I hope everybody from Bethel and their surrounding communities can make it.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I can tell by the quality of individual that the 3 of you are that Jimmy has a very, very good crew backing him up. Once again, this is Mr. Bold at the Rev 'em Up for Kids Car Cruise pre-show. I'm lucky enough to be in the company of Allegheny County Councilman Vince Gaskip. Vince, pleasure to see you again.
Mr. Bold, always pleasure to be with you.
What does the Rev 'em Up for Kids Car Cruise mean to Allegheny County?
Allegheny County always wants to partner with our municipalities and our friends, and the one thing great about the Rev 'em Up for the Kids, it's for charity, it's for Bethel Park Junior Football, so it really strikes home to Bethel Park. But to use the park is a great aspect, it's a great facility. People come out to the fairgrounds and say, wow, I haven't been out here in a long time, and the park really looks good, and there's different things that I haven't noticed. So it's great for Allegheny County to kind of showcase South Park, but it's great for the people to come out because 1,000 cars, classic cars you can't beat, Johnny Angel and the Halo, all kind of things for the kids, for senior citizens. It's just a great day. So it's a great cause and a great day, and Allegheny County is proud to partner with a partner in the Rev 'em Up for the Kids charity.
Well, I know one of the questions that the viewers out there in TV land will have is, are you going to bring a car to the car cruise?
I'm actually going to bring 2 cars. I'm fortunate that I have 2 classic cars to bring that day.
So you're a cruiser. I guess you've been to many a car cruise around the Allegheny County area. How does this one rate?
I have been to a few cruises, and this by far is probably one of the larger ones. As I mentioned, 1,000 cars. It takes up the whole fairground grass and the asphalt and the related areas. So this probably rates as one of the best ones as far as size and sheer things to do. So I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people will not only bring their cars, but if they have multiple cars, they find the way to get 2-3 cars to the fairgrounds for the rev them up for the kids.
Well, Vince, thank you very much for taking time. And once again, if you want to see the Councilman's 2 classic vintage automobiles at the Car Cruise, come out and check it out.